Hello, everyone. I hope you are all having a fabulous day. Today, really, I wanted to hop on and talk about some of the most common mistakes that I see people making online. So, predominantly on social media, that is actually preventing them from attracting not only quality clients, but preventing them from attracting clients at all. This is actually also something that I was talking with one of my own clients this morning. And so it's fresh in my brain. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to hop on here and share with you some of the same mistakes I see people making that I was sharing with her this morning. And that with her, we were making sure, okay, like how can she not do those things? And also how can she help her clients not do those things as well? Okay, so I'm just trying to pull it up here, my own live down here in case you guys have questions, because for some reason now I can't always see it up there. The first one is that you're not being clear around what your tangible result is. And the big mistake I see in this space, and I know because I have been there myself, is we think that we are being really clear and we think that we're being tangible with the result that our product or service offers. And as an example, I see this a lot in the coaching industry, whereas coaches, the result that they're offering their potential clients is more productivity or more confidence. And again, I'm speaking from experience in this one, so I also understand what it's like when you have a hard time recognizing that that isn't an actual tangible result. Being more productive and having more confidence is actually a byproduct of something else. Or when it comes to being productive, what are you being productive for? So needing to be productive and have more productivity is part of a process that gets you to a certain desired destination. But the productivity and confidence don't actually count as a tangible result. Again, they're sort of like either the process that will help you get a tangible result, or they're a byproduct of what will happen when you accomplish your goals. When we accomplish our goals, we feel confident. So the tangible result isn't confidence. The tangible result is whatever the desired goal is. And that's where like niching and things like that and really understanding your market are really, really important. And I get that it's really hard at the beginning when you're just starting a business, especially if you're a service-based business and you're trying to figure out who your ideal client is. It's like a game. Every level, when you think, okay, I've unlocked this next level, this is what my market is, this is what my niche is, you only get onto that level and realize that you still don't really know what you're doing and there's still more levels to be like broken into. And so that's really important with marketing because I see it all the time where I'm reading someone's post and I have really no actual idea what their end result is. And because I don't know what their end result is, I have no interest in even considering working with them or in referring them to somebody else because I'm not actually clear as to what it is that they do. And the reason why you want to be really clear about your tangible result is that clarity breeds confidence. So if your messaging is clear, that's going to breed confidence in your audience around what it is that you do and how you can help them solve a certain problem. So again, like lack of productivity and a lack of confidence, those aren't actually problems. What they are is, again, they're like a symptom of a larger problem. So if you're not productive and you're not confident, then that means that you're not able to get the X thing that you want. And so in your marketing, you actually want to be marketing whatever that X thing is, not say like the productivity or the confidence. And it can be the same thing even in marketing. You know, if you, as an example, say you're a social media marketer and you're promoting your services, even just saying to, you know, like I help you figure out what your social media marketing strategy should be, that's still so broad that the average person can't actually tangibly understand what working with you will provide to them. So you want to be clear. You want to say things like, because again, clarity in your messaging breeds confidence in your audience and in your community so that they want to work with you. So if you are a social media manager, it might be things like being clear that You can actually manage someone's social media for them so that they never have to worry about posting or creating content because you'll do all of that. Maybe you help people if they want to launch a course, as an example. You will help them, you say you've already created your course, but you're really struggling to figure out how to actually market that course. That's where I come into play. I can help you figure out what is your strategy. I can help you implement that strategy, from everything to Instagram, Facebook, say email marketing, whatever it is. And so in your marketing, you just really want to make sure that you're being clear about who it is that you help, what problem it is that you solve, and again, what's that tangible result of working with you. In my messaging, and again, I'm speaking from experience here because it took me a long time to get to this spot. I was that coach that used productivity and confidence as the result that I was looking for, or like that I offered. So that's why I understand that it's really hard to attract your ideal client, and it's really hard to attract consistent clients that want to pay you a lot of money when that's your messaging. The second that I recognize that, okay, being productive and having more confidence means that you're more likely to get more clients. So the tangible result that I offer people is that I help them fill their client roster. It's that I help them fill their business with high quality clients consistently, so that they can stop worrying about where and how do I find clients, and they can actually spend more time serving them. And that is much more of a tangible, like chew on result that people can get behind and be like, okay, again, that's clear. So I can now have confidence that Lana, if I'm looking to fill my business with clients, is the person to help me. Whereas if my messaging was, I can help you with confidence and productivity, that person might not actually recognize that I can help them. So that is one thing. Another big mistake people make is they just give up way too easily on their strategy. Or they expect results right away, which is kind of the same thing. But we can get stuck in this mentality, especially Instagram and Facebook. Marketing doesn't help, where we're told that we can, build a business in 3 days and make millions of dollars as long as we follow this step-by-step process. And then we follow the step-by-step process and nothing happens. And so we give up, we throw in the towel. What we want to recognize is that whatever marketing strategy that you're looking to implement, you need to commit to doing it over and over and over again. You can't have this mentality of, I'm just going to show up once or twice and then I'm going to have clients, or I need clients like yesterday, so this strategy has to work. When you kind of put that pressure on your marketing, it comes out in the sense that it comes out in desperation. We can tell when you're desperate for clients, when you're desperate to make something work. And that's why you just want to, regardless of what marketing process you're looking to use online, you need to commit to doing it enough. Like, you need to commit to showing up every day if that's possible for you. You want to commit to every day, but you need to commit to showing up over and over and over and over again, long enough for people to trust you. Because if they don't trust you, then they're not going to buy from you, because there needs to be this no trust factor when people are looking to purchase from you, whether you have a low-end service or product or a high-end service or product. People need to have some type of connection with you. And so if you, have a marketing strategy where you show up and say you do 5 weeks of Facebook Live videos, you commit to doing 5 live videos for 5 weeks, and you commit to posting 2 times every week, and you do that for 5 weeks. And then because you didn't get any clients from it, or you don't feel like anyone was really engaging in your content, you just quit and you give up on it. The idea is that 5 weeks really isn't enough time to actually generate enough no trust factor to even maybe have people engage in your content, let alone buy from you. So making sure that you commit to a strategy and you commit to seeing it through, and you recognize that sometimes it's going to take you showing up every day for over and over and over again, putting out content, putting out stuff for people before anyone engages with you and before anyone buys from you. But that's part of the process. It's not a sign that you're not doing the right thing. It's not a sign that your market is oversaturated. It's just a sign that you haven't been showing up enough for people to actually know and trust you and want to buy from you. So don't give up too soon on your strategy and again, don't expect results right away, and be willing to tinker and change things. So it might just be something like your videos actually do a really great job, but you just don't have a call to action at the end of the video. So nobody really knows what they're supposed to do or how they're supposed to work with you. Or it could just be, again, you're not being clear in your messaging. But keep doing your strategy, but always look for ways to improve it. And how you can do that is also think about how you engage with content online from the people that you buy from. So if you've ever bought an online course or you've hired someone in some way, how did you engage with their content before you actually felt confident enough to want to even talk to them about working with them or actually consider buying their course or their product? You probably were lurking for a while, watching their stuff like those ghost stalkers on Facebook, Instagram, social media. We are all lurkers. And then eventually you started probably like liking some of their stuff. Maybe you even started commenting, but it probably took you a while before you actually got to a place where you're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to reach out to this person or I'm going to buy from this person. And so because of that, recognize that your clients and your audience functions in the same manner. So if you can't seem to figure out like why no one is engaging with you or buying your product, then sit and think about, okay, how do you engage with people online? How do you buy other people's products? And is there something in your system that they're doing that you're not? The next thing is, sorry, I'm reading my notes. So another mistake that people really make is that they never actually like sell or offer their services. And again, a sale doesn't have to be like buy my product, purchase here. We have to sell all day, every day. When I want my partner, if we're on a road trip and I want her to pull over at the next gas station or Tim Hortons so that I can get a coffee, I have to sell her on stopping. So selling, again, doesn't have to be like always equated to a dollar sign. But we do need to like sell and encourage and offer our services to people. And a big mistake that I see people make online is that they don't actually do that. And again, I have totally fallen into that trap myself where I'm just creating all this content, but then I don't ever have like a call to action. I'm never asking the people engaging with my content to do anything. So they're not going to do anything. As humans, we do need to be told from time to time what the next step is in a relationship. And that's what you need to make sure that you're doing in your marketing is, are you giving clear steps? Do people understand if they want to work with you, how they can work with you? Do people understand that you're even selling something? I know some people I watch online, I know that they have a business because I'm a business coach and so I pay attention to those things. But if you were to just be reading all of their content, they like never actually talk about their business or what their offering is. So while they're building this really great community and this really great audience, they're never actually, again, making a sale or seeding or doing any of those types of things. So their audience doesn't actually ever know that there is a way to work with them or a way to support them or a way to buy with them. The other thing I see with this marketing stuff online is also people we sell the what versus the why. And so like a what could just be like the specs or the detail. So with the specs or the detail, this was something I was talking about with a client of mine that she offers like kind of like doula services and around positive birth and stuff like that. And she was saying that, yeah, like it's really hard to sell the what, because the what aspect of what she does, you know, an online course, offering support, being on call, those things don't, like, they're obviously productive and the person needs to know that that's part of their service, but that doesn't entice someone to want to buy, that doesn't encourage someone to want to work with you. What does is, again, going back to that first tip that I gave you, having a clear, like, tangible result. And so when you're selling to people or you're making an offer or you're doing whatever it is that you're doing on social media to market yourself, you want to really make sure that you're focusing on selling the value aspect of what you're doing, not the what. So a really great example of this is when you think about a house. When we think about buying a home, we logically understand that, you know, square footage is important. We understand that we hope we want the house to not be heated with baseboards. I live in Canada. You don't want baseboard heating. I also live in Canada, so you want to make sure you have air conditioning because summer is really hot. So those are like details and specs that we understand are important and that we care about when purchasing a home. But the reason the average person wants to own a home isn't because of the specs or the details of the house. It's because the true value of creating a home, having a home base that you get to go to, having a place that's your own sanctuary from like the craziness of the outside world, the fact that it's an investment into your future, the fact that you can host friends and family there, the fact that you can raise your family there. That's the true value of a home. And that's why we spend hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars on a home. We don't buy a home because of the specs or the details around it. And so it's the same thing with our marketing. And when we're offering our services, is just making sure, again, you're focusing on the value, like the intrinsic value, and not like the what or the details. Okay, this guy's really wanting something to me to show him my pedicure, but sorry, dude, I don't have a manicure or pedicure. Okay, so, and then the last kind of comment I wanted to make for today, and a big mistake that I see people make is I like to call it, it's either like kind of like the Hail Mary or the quick and dirty. And it's the same thing where we, instead of like committing to a process and showing up and implementing that process day after day after day, we hope and we expect that we just have to kind of do one really hard, quick push, and that's going to get us the results that we want. So again, if you think about a Hail Mary in football, the point of a Hail Mary is it's the last down. Usually it's the last down, and sometimes, and most often it's the most exciting when it's like the last play of the game, more or less. And so this is like that last chance that the team has to score the points so that they can win the game. And in a sport, you don't see Hail Marys every single play, because having Hail Mary be your main tactic to win the game means that you're probably going to lose a lot, because Hail Marys, they're risky. They don't always work. What does work, and what most team strategies are, is committing to like strategic plays over and over and over again, and looking at gaining like a yard at a time. So that's why sometimes it's just like a quick pass versus a big throw. I'm just apparently really into the football analogy today. But it's the same thing with your marketing. And what a lot of people do online is they do this whole quick and dirty, or the Hail Mary, where they think that they're just going to show up, do like, again, 5 quick videos to try and sell my service and book some enrollment calls, and that's it. And then I get nothing. Our audiences and our community responds to us showing up consistently and putting in the effort, and again, building that like, no trust factor. And so you see this all the time, where it's kind of like a roller coaster when you're watching people online, where like 1 week they're posting like every second of every day, and then they go dark for a month, and then they come back out of the woodworks for that 1 or 2 weeks, and they go dark again. What that creates is a lack of trust on our part, because we're like, okay, well, this person isn't committed to showing up regularly in their business, therefore they're probably not going to commit and show up to me as their client. And so avoiding that kind of Hail Mary, quick and dirty process with your online marketing and showing up online, and instead creating a process, implementing it, and sticking to it. So that would just be the 4 kind of big mistakes that I want to share with you all today. There are a lot more, and so I'll do some more videos on that. Oh, hey, Burmese. But just to quickly, again, go over the biggest mistakes that I see and how to actually overcome them is, again, people not having those clear, tangible results. So you really want to make sure that you're not mistaking tangible results with your process or with like a ripple effect of accomplishing a goal. So being more confident and having more clarity on your goals, those aren't actual tangible results. Those are just kind of things that happen when you're moving towards a tangible result. So in your marketing, you want to actually be marketing the tangible result. People giving up too early on their marketing plan or their strategy and expecting people to just want to buy from them right away, and then getting frustrated and then kind of putting out this desperation act, not actually selling or offering their services, or focusing too much on the what versus the value. And then last is people just kind of doing the Hail Mary or the quick and dirty marketing tactics to promote a service or to promote a program versus being willing to show up consistently for their audience and build that like, no, trust factor. So if you avoid those 4 things and you do the recommendations that I gave to you today, and it's about committing to that and doing it long enough. 5 weeks, even 2 months isn't actually a really long time. Like, these are strategies if you're looking to seriously grow your business and have your business be something that creates like this amazing life for you, where you get to make a whole bunch of money and you get to have this incredible lifestyle that goes with it. You have to commit. You don't get to do the Hail Marys and expect to see all of the results that you want. And that's one of the problems that we're seeing a lot right now. And I've been there too, where I tell myself, okay, I need to, if I don't sell this program, then I need to close up shop, which is not the idea at all. It's, I'm going to try this program. If it doesn't go according to plan, what can I learn? What can I test? What can I do differently? Okay, Mark asks, how much more visibility do you get with Facebook Live versus posting a video? I feel like I get a lot more visibility with Facebook Live. Even like Facebook really likes it that you're creating content on its platform, using its platform. Therefore, it actually pushes videos in front of people more. Live videos are also great because of what we are doing right now. You are asking me a question live and I'm able to actually answer it for you. So live video also creates more of a dialogue with your audience. It allows your audience to feel more connected with you and to feel more like they're sort of a part of you and a part of your business, which again, in turn, makes people want to work with you more. So video is really great for community building, for increasing your visibility, and being able to have that back and forth. Just posting videos, again, it's still really awesome. I would only be posting videos, or when I post videos online, it's like connecting back to my website or connecting back to YouTube or something like that. My suggestion is that if you're going to make videos just for Facebook, you might as well do them live. And in full transparency, I love Facebook Live videos versus like pre-made videos, because you're allowed to make mistakes on Facebook Lives and nobody cares. Whereas when you're, recording a video and you're editing it, there's a level of kind of perfection that we can get stuck into. And so live video is also just way more time efficient, as well as it also increases your reach and helps build that sense of community. And so as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're watching this on replay and you have any questions, please let me know. If you identified that you were making some of the mistakes that I talked about today, but you're still having a hard time really grasping at how you can solve those problems, you are always allowed to reach out to me. I do have an online course called The Business Builder where we go over all of this stuff. So if you're like really at the beginning stage of business, that's a really good option. Because it teaches you a lot of stuff that you just don't know, so that you can make sure that you're creating and building out your business in a way that makes sense for you and that actually is going to attract clients for you. If you've been running a business for a while and you're really still struggling to get clients consistently, book in a strategy session with me, and we can dive a little bit deeper into that. Whether or not you work with me, I can still give you recommendations as to maybe who you should be working with, or at least give you some ideas to think about as to how you can increase your business. But my specialty is helping people find more clients, because I love doing that. It's a lot. It sucks when you're stuck in this space of really wanting to do something and have an impact in the world, and the thing that's holding you back is that you can't actually figure out how to attract people and have them hire you. And so I want you to be able to spend less time focusing on that and more time actually serving your clients. But thank you, Mark. You rock as well. I've been noticing you've been watching my videos, and I really appreciate that and engaging. So again, as always, I hope everyone has a kick-ass week. You're doing way better than you think you are. You're doing way better than you're giving yourself credit for. And if you ever need any help when it comes to growing your business, and most importantly, obviously attracting high quality clients, please let me know. And I will talk with you next week. Bye.